What's poppin'? It's your dude, the regular guy Sneakerhead. And if you haven't heard, sneaker community, the news, Jordan Brand has officially unveiled their holiday 2025 release list. And it's loaded with some heat. I mean, loaded with heat. Let's get into it real quick. Now, starting it off with October, on October 1st, we have the release of the Air Jordan 11 Rare Air. Now, as of right now, we haven't seen any actual pictures of the shoes, but we have seen mock-ups. And according to the details that come from Nike, the mock-ups is exactly how the pairs will look. They will have the deep royal patent leather, they will have the red Jumpman, and then they will have the Jordan going down the eye stays of the laces. A lot like the Jubilee 11s did, and even more so, these really, like, they really remind me of some sample pairs, early 2000 era sample pairs that featured the Jordan on the eye stays. It's actually where they got the idea from to put it on the Jubilees was from these samples, and then as well as some sample pairs of the DMP 11s. So we know that these will be releasing looking pretty much exactly like the mock-up. What are your thoughts on these? Are these a pair you're looking forward to? I myself, I got burnt out on 11s for a while, but I can't lie, 2025 is coming with some heat, man. And every one of them I've seen so far is a must for me. Now on October 4th, we have the women's Air Jordan 1 High OG Fur releasing. Now, I don't know much about this other than this speculative mock-up. I haven't heard much news on this release. No details on exactly how it's going to look. It's a green pair, man, kind of similar to the olive pair that we were supposed to be getting last year that got canceled or whatever. But these are a woman's exclusive release. You feel free to let me know your thoughts in the comments. These are a pass for your boy for sure. Now coming in October 11th, at a 210 price range retail, we have the Air Jordan 5 OG 35th anniversary. And this is what was originally known as the medium soft pink fives. We now know will be known as the 35th anniversary Jordan 5 because this is the 35th anniversary of the Jordan 5 model. That's why we're getting a lot of fives this year. And this pair here specifically is to celebrate that 35th anniversary. Now, it will feature the medium soft pink color with the white base. It will have the 23 branding on the sides of them, as well as Nike Air branding on the heels. Now, let me know your thoughts on this pair. Is this a pair you're looking forward to getting? And also, what are your thoughts on the use of Nike Air on a lot of these non-OG, non-collab pairs this year? You know, prior to this year, pretty much the only pairs that got Nike Air branding on them were either the OG pairs that had it originally when they first released or the collabs. You didn't see too many other pairs get it, and now a lot of pairs are, and this is one of them. That's not an OG and it's not a collab. It is a celebration of the 35th anniversary of the 5, so maybe that's enough to let the OG purists let it pass. Who knows? But let me know your thoughts on this heavy use of the Nike Air on non-OG and non-collab. Some people are saying Nike's hoeing it out. I myself feel like, hey, as long as they don't overuse it and just throw it on everything, it's cool. I like it. It adds a little spice to certain shoes, you know, to see it with the Nike Air on it instead of the Jumpman. I mean, had things not went the way they did, every pair probably would have had Nike Air on them. So who knows? Let me know your thoughts. Coming in on October 18th, we have the Air Jordan 1 Low OG Chicago. Now, other than speculative mock-ups and people basing what they think it'll look like based off of other low-top Jordan 1 Chicago releases in the past, we don't really have any news on this pair, but it is rumored to be an NRG release. Let me know your thoughts on this pair. Is this an upcoming pair you're looking forward to in 2025? Myself, I'm not really into low top ones really, so it'll definitely be a pass for me. But hey, to each their own. If you like it, let me know about it in the comments. Coming on October 25th, we have the Air Jordan 3 OG family affair. Now, originally, we were thinking this was going to be a real tree camo release and was going to feature real tree camo on it. But actually, we found out that it's not going to have any real tree camo or anything that looks like real trees or leaves or any of that on the shoe. In fact, what it is the shoe is inspired by hunting and going on hunting trips with family. That's why it's called the OG family affair. And it's going to be in colors that you would see that go along with hunting. So you can guarantee it's going to be some olives and some light orwood brown and those colors like that, colors you would see in a camo shoe just without the camo. Now, this pair is being called an OG and will feature Nike Air branding on the heel tabs. Let me know your thoughts about this upcoming Air Jordan 3 OG family affair. Are you excited to see these? Would you have rather had the pair with the real tree camo on them? Or are you glad this is what we're getting instead? Let's talk about it. On October 29th, the Air Jordan 10 Shadow will be returning, but without the toe cap. That's right. We will be getting the Air Jordan 10 Shadow for those who are looking forward to it, but it will not have the toe cap like the Air Jordan 10 Steel will. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments. Would you rather have seen it come back with the toe cap, or are you glad they left it off of this pair? Let's talk about it. On to November. On the 1st, we have the release of the Air Jordan 4 Women's Cozy Girl. Now, this pair was originally being called the Air Jordan 4 Hemp. And it's understandable why people would call it that, even though we do now know it's known as the Cozy Girl and will be a women's exclusive. And the reason why it would be easy to call it hemp is because, for one, it's going to feature a completely light Orwood brown upper with the light Orwood brown midsoles and outsoles. But it's going to come with rope shoelaces like you see in boots, and then a brown hemp patch on the tongue. So it does actually feature some hemp on it and hemp-like colors, but it's a women's release. Now, according to details, these are going to be a more premium pair. So myself, I'm looking forward to seeing what these things look like. No word on if it'll be an extended sizes of a women's release or just a regular women's release that stops at a 12. But fortunately for your boy, I can fit that 12. So I'm looking forward to seeing what these look like. Let me know your thoughts on these in the comments. November 8th will mark the return of a classic. That's right, the Air Jordan 12 OG Taxi will be returning. I can't wait to get my hands on these. These were the very first pair of Jordans I ever had, so these definitely will be, I haven't had them since then, since the 90s when I got them originally, so this would definitely be a welcome pair to add to my collection. Let me know your thoughts on the return of the Taxi. Are you looking forward to grabbing these? I'm sure most of my OG collectors like myself are. But if you're a new guy and you're new to this or you're younger, let me know your thoughts on the return of the Taxi. Let's talk about it. November 11th, the Air Jordan 11 Grand Finale will be releasing in women's sizes in celebration of Singles Day. For those who don't know, Singles Day is a holiday celebrated in Asia. For years, Jordan Brand had put out several different releases for Singles Day. Usually they put out one for male and one for female. So there's no word if we might be seeing a male release to this Singles Day release this year, but for sure we're getting a women's, the Grand Finale 11. Originally, these were being called the Sale 11s. We now know that the Sale 11 is the Grand Finale 11. It will feature a predominantly sale upper, so that's where they got the sale from. Let me know your thoughts on these. Now, just looking from the mock-up, I'm digging them, man. I just can't wait to see what the actual pair looks like. But if they look anything close to this mock-up, they're a cop for your boy. Once again, I could fit a women's 12, so these would be a cop for your boy. Let me know your thoughts on these in the comments. November 15th will mark the return of the Air Jordan 8 Bugs Bunny. That's another pair, another classic Air Jordan 8 colorway that I don't currently have in my collection. I am fortunate enough to have the Air Jordan 8 Aqua from 2015, so I won't be picking up those. Mine are still in perfect shape, completely wearable, so I don't see the need to add another one right now. But I would like to have those Bugs Bunnies. I'm a big fan of the 8, and they're a very comfortable shoe. Let your boy know. Are you looking forward to grabbing those Air Jordan 8 Bugs Bunnies when they come back? for 2025? Let's talk about it. November 22nd, the women's Air Jordan 3 Champagne and Oysters will be releasing. Man, women are getting all the fire releases and fire colorways this year, man. But it was like that last year. I've been saying it. Like, they give women the good materials and the dope colorways and the dope releases. I'm just fortunate that I can fit, I can fit the women's 12. So, and then a lot of times they do have extended sizes. So, I mean, we can hope for that too for the guys with the bigger foot. But this is a nice release here, man. Like, I'm really digging these here, man. And according to details, they're gonna be completely premium. They're gonna have that rough cut suede. They're gonna have suede instead of elephant print. Uh, I mean, all premium materials, man. They're gonna do their thing on these according to the details. So I'm definitely looking forward to these and can't wait to see more. Uh, just the mock-up, man, that they got right here. I mean, it probably don't do the real pair no justice, but it's fire in my opinion. So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing more and getting my hands on a pair of these. Let me know your thoughts. On November 28th, just in time for Black Friday, the Black Cat 4s will be returning. But this time, they will feature Nike Air branding. Now, this goes back to something I touched on a few shoes ago about the use of the Nike Air branding on a lot of non-collab, non-OG shoes this year. I mean, I don't know if you've been paying attention to the release calendars and the websites that talk about upcoming Jordan releases, but I myself have, and I've seen a couple other pairs that are said to be having Nike Air branding. There's another three, like a Sport Royal or some type of Royal 3, white with Royal Blue 3 that's supposed to be coming out that has supposedly Nike Air branding. And I'm not talking about the A Mama Air. This is separate from that. So, I mean, they're using it on a lot of pairs this year. Like I said, I'm not mad at it, but a lot of people are. But do you think they should have left the Black Cat 4s original with the Jumpman on the back like the original pairs? Or are you a fan of them adding the Nike Air to them? I myself, I probably wasn't even going to grab them. But once I seen they had the Nike Air on the back, it kind of piqued my interest. So my thing is, if I can get them for retail, then yeah, I'll take them. I'm not gonna go out and pay no expensive prices for them though, just because the Nike Air. But if I can get them for retail, I'd like to have them just because of that little added extra. Say what you want, but it does make a difference to me. I like it. It's different than all the other pairs. So that's a reason for me to want it. Even though I don't have the original with the Jumpman, it's still another reason to make me want it. I personally like the Black Cat 3s better. But let me know your thoughts. Should they have kept it the way it used to be? Or are you happy that they added the Nike Air branding? Or do you feel like some other people think that they're holding out the Nike Air? Let's talk about it in the comments. Now, so far for December, all we have word on is the Gamma 11s and then another women's release, an Air Jordan 1 High OG Crystal. And from the looks of it, it's going to have some Swarovski crystals on at least the swoosh on it, maybe more. We just have mock-ups, so we don't know exactly what it's going to look like. Now, I did see the low top Swarovski crystal Jordan 1s, seen pictures of those surface, the actual pair surface, and they're covered in the crystals. And they wanted $1,000 retail for those. And according to reports, they done got either canceled or pushed back. So who knows if this other pair is going to come out or not. But let me know your thoughts on those two pairs for December. And as soon as we get some more news on any other pairs for the holidays or any more news on the pairs I've spoken on, I promise the regular guy Sneakerhead to get them to you. As always, thanks for watching. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you follow and subscribe if you hadn't. And most importantly, please come back, keep watching. Engage with you guys too, man. I will engage back, man. I'm a big person in the community that likes to interact with other members in the community. That's the only way we can build this thing. I mean, if you meet other like-minded individuals, then that opens up doors for you to get shoes for better prices, find new connects, meet genuine like-minded people that you can discuss with instead of driving your wife crazy or whoever else you make listen to you. So always, man, engage with someone who's willing to engage back. but most importantly, keep coming back.